Have you ever had a teacher who always told you what not to do and what you were doing wrong, but never seemed to acknowledge the things that you were doing right? And have you ever had a teacher who actually did acknowledge the things that you were doing right? I would be willing to bet that you learned more from the teacher who acknowledged the things that you were doing right. Yes? Actually, after this video, leave a comment below and let me know if I'm right about that. Of course, as a teacher, it's sometimes difficult to even find something positive. Sometimes it seems like a student isn't even trying. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about one of the 4 pillars of my teaching philosophy, which is to acknowledge the positive in each student and how this practice can benefit them, you, and your dojo community. Let's discuss. Hi, my name is Leah Suzuki, and I'm the director of Aikido Kenkyukai International, USA, headquartered in Los Angeles, California. And I'm the author of the new book called The Teacher from the Aiki Dialogues collection. Welcome to my virtual dojo, where I give you tools to help you become the best teacher you can be while not having to compromise your values or miss out on your own training. Before we jump into the video content today, I want to put a resource in your hands that's free. I want to give you my teacher training checklist called The 3 Golden Rules of Teaching. It's a simple PDF guide. You can download it, print it out if you want, just keep it on your device if you want, on your phone, whatever works for you. The checklist will help you gain confidence as a teacher, reduce stress around teaching and managing your dojo, and it'll help you encourage and empower your students to increase their progress. Again, all while not having to compromise your values or sacrifice your own training. You can download it at leahsuzuki.com/golden-rules. That's got a couple of dashes in it, leah-suzuki.com/golden-rules. Or just click the link in the description below this video. I hope you enjoy the gift, and I hope you take action on it. So let's talk about acknowledging the positive. The biggest reasons why you need to acknowledge the positive in each of your students are: 1, receiving praise motivates them to take the criticism. If they take the criticism and succeed, the critique and succeed, they might get more praise than the next time. It keeps the class moving. This is the second benefit. And it keeps the other students positive and in good relations with each other. So if the sensei is walking around just sort of barking at everybody and rah, then it kind of brings the mood down in the dojo. And then the third reason is that you'll be in a better mood because there is something positive to see in every student. So, it's been my experience that if a student shows up for class, they get on the mat and they're sweating, and that means that they're trying to some degree. They could have easily gone home after work, picked up the remote control, watched YouTube, watched TV, but they didn't. They came to the dojo. So there may be some students who frustrate you. You tell them to straighten their back and they're like this, and you tell them to straighten their back and they do this still, you know. You may get frustrated, but are they sweaty? Did they come to the dojo? Yeah, there they are at the dojo. Are they sweating? If they're sweating even a little bit, then okay, they're trying. So we have to acknowledge that. One of my favorite things to talk about is how in my 9 years living in Japan and training with Takeda Shihan weekly, I never heard him, and I haven't heard him say this since I moved back to the US either. So in 35 years, I've never heard Takeda Shihan say, "No, not like that." He never does that. He's, maybe he's teaching something where we raise our hand and we turn to the outside. Somebody's lowering their hand, turning to the inside, but they're trying really hard. So he'll come over. I would be training with this person and want to correct them. And he'd come over and he'd say, oh, now, yes, 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 with that same enthusiasm now, raise your hand and turn to the outside. And this person that I'd be training with would go, ah. And then maybe they'd successfully do it, maybe not. But there was a change. There would be a change. And there would be a 100% effort to try it, right? Maybe they nailed it, maybe not. But they would absolutely try to change it. And I know that for me, I respond much better to positive criticism. So, wow, yeah, good, whatever. Now, add this to it. Instead of simply like, do this. I remember another thing when I was training in Japan, and I use this now as much as I possibly can. I'd be training with somebody, and let's say that their shoulders are like all the way up like this. They're like trying to throw me. And Takeda Shihan would say, great, now lower your shoulders even more. He didn't say lower your shoulders. He'd say lower your shoulders even more. And then they'd go like this. And then maybe he would come around again later and say, oh, nice, your shoulders are getting lower. See if you can lower them even more. And then they go down like this, you know. So I do that, you know. If I see a student all hunched over, I go, oh, nice effort. Now, see if you can straighten your back even more, right? What I noticed, this is even before Aikido, I remember when I was riding horses and the instructor would say, straighten your back. And some students would say, my back is straight. Which, like, first of all, that's like another whole video. Students who resist or don't trust their teacher. But yeah, we should be able, as teachers, we should be able to just say, straighten your back. And they go, oh, thought it was straight, but okay. And must be wanting me to do it more. But it's amazing if when you think their back is not straight, still you give them credit for it. And you say, straighten your back even more. No one will argue with that. No one will say, my back already is even more straight. It doesn't make sense, grammatically even, right? So, you've got to establish, if you want to do this and you want to motivate your students by acknowledging the positive, you've got to establish this culture within your dojo. And then some of your students will start to copy this. And that's really great when your students start to do that too and reinforce this culture in your dojo. Also, it has to be on and off the mat. So we've got 11-year-old Nathan coming to the dojo. Nathan, if you're watching this video, a lot of progress. But anyway, Nathan was getting to the dojo late at first. And then he got to the dojo like, 5 minutes early one time. And I was like, wow, Nathan, great, you're a little bit early. And then I said something like, did Ben get there after you? And he's, oh, Ben was already there when I got there. Oh, wow, Ben was already there. Whoa, if you want some like one-on-one training time with Ben before class starts, I bet if you get there even earlier, Ben will train with you. And he loves training with Ben. So guess what? Now Nathan's starting to show up like 15 minutes early, 20 minutes early, 30 minutes early. So you can bark at people and snarl at people, or you can find something positive and then praise them for it. You'll usually get more from them if you do that. So, in summary, I hope you found this helpful. Acknowledging the positive can be challenging when you just are not seeing anything at all positive, you think, but it's so important and so beneficial. So remind yourself, okay, this person is here at the dojo and they could have gone home instead. They could be at home watching TV. The main benefits that you'll get from this practice are they will make more progress because most people are more motivated from praise than criticism. So give the criticism or the critique, but acknowledge the praise before you give it. And if you want, you can add on the bonuses of if they take this criticism and improve it. Here are the bonuses that they'll get. Another benefit will be that it keeps the classes moving, it lifts people's spirits. And the third benefit is that it probably make you happier. You'll probably feel better at the end of class. Maybe. So thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments section if you try to acknowledge the positive in your classes, what you struggle with the most as far as staying positive and noticing the positive things that are happening, acknowledging the positive. And feel free to leave questions about anything else related to teacher training for that matter. So again, I want to give you my free gift, teacher training checklist, the 3 golden rules of teaching martial arts, to help you gain confidence as an instructor, encourage your students, and reduce stress around teaching and managing your dojo. So just click on the link below or type in leah-suzuki.com/golden-rules. Again, leahsuzuki.com/golden-rules. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you again next time.